Hey there, Aquarius. It's Jen. I'm doing a reading for you. My readings are now timeless. Whenever you find it, there could be a message here for you. So, I pulled this reading, and I found it so interesting um, that I decided to take a video. But it was so strange when I went to set up iMovie to record the video. I typed in Aquarius. I meant it to be like a for everyone reading. So I'm just gonna go with that. And it is kind of an air type of reading, so I could see why it could resonate with an Aquarian. But let's get into it. So for some overall under the deck energies here, sorry, it's early and this is the first time I've actually talked and I'm realizing I need to warm up. The moon. Underneath, I'm noticing the Six of Swords. And then the Six of Wands, the victory card, and Judgment. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I see that Judgment. There is a big decision that you're going to make, like a significant decision, not just it may appear to be a job offer or some sort of opportunity. But that opportunity is causing you to face something really, really significant deep inside of you. Like, is this relationship, say you have to move or something, or they have to move if you're with someone or even dating someone, um, or are you going to leave? Would you leave that person for this job if they don't want to go? And if I don't know, and you're just really examining that because if we can just be totally honest with how we're feeling, we already know a lot of the time, especially in matters of the heart, and even at work, the things that are good for you and the things that are not, and whether they should be or not. Like, if you just because a relationship, like the person um, kind of checks all the boxes superficially, but deep down, when you are actually with this person and kind of the energy, the way they are on a day-to-day basis, do you vibe? Do you match? Is it something you can deal with for the rest of your life? And it's kind of one of those things where I think some of you may be talking yourself into a situation, into a marriage, kind of, I don't know, like you don't want to keep doing this. And again, everything looks good on paper, even though there's a small part of you. It's like you're not willing to gamble on there being a better match out there. So if some of you or there you knew there was a red flag, but you talked yourself out of it. You thought, well, no one's perfect, and sometimes you have to deal with this, and you realize that you made a huge mistake. But that could have been prevented if you were just truly honest with how you felt and then what you need. It's not just that, it's that then I have to break an engagement. How embarrassing. It's say you were, or a marriage or whatever. We have to move out, and financially that's hard. Like, there are all a million reasons why this type of situation happens, and I think it happens all the time. Because I think sometimes it depends on the person. I've come to realize my default is being alone. Like, that's more comfortable for me than being in a relationship. Oh, that's hysterical. Um, and a lot of people they feel much more, their default, it's, I'll use the same word, is to be in a relationship. So leaving one, especially, there are things we again can gloss over red flags and stuff at the beginning of a relationship that after 3 years, it's really hard. And I can't stress, and this is almost impossible to do because you've never had kids. So how will things go down when you have kids? But um, I feel like these red flags were, if you see them just in kind of benign, non-demanding situations before, much responsibility, boy, they become much more pronounced um, when things start getting tough. And marriage is tough, if you're not, a true partnership who both are rooting for each other. Whew. Sorry, that just came, and that isn't even what I saw when I first, the reason that I brought this up. So I don't know, Aquarius. I guess someone needed to hear that, or someone that's with an Aquarius needed to hear that. Oh, I wish I had more coffee. Okay. I think I'm going to read them, and I'm not going to stick to any specific pattern. I'm just going to read them as the energy comes. But so with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like something you've spent a long time doing or cultivating. This could be a crush. You may have a crush on someone. You may have been in a friendship for years with someone that you've secretly been in love with, and have cultivated it all this time, hoping that one day it would be reciprocated. So there's this energy here. That was a complete, I'm not going to tie anything together. That was something separate. There's this two kind of different energies here. The Eight of Wands, while being a fire sign, I fucking love it. And air carries fire. So it should be an energy that you can deal with, like that feels somewhat part of your makeup, I guess. This could be a job, Seven of Pentacles. You could have been and see, I'm tying it back to that one, but it just caught my eye. Cultivating your career, cultivating your bank account, cultivating where you want to live. Maybe you've been fixing up a place for a long time, just bit by bit, $100 a month or something. You've had a budget, but you've just kept, working on it. For some of you, I see a choice has to be made. And if you follow, we have the Queen here and the Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is look where he's looking. He's going to jump in, end up in a Ten of Swords at some point, but jump in with all this enthusiasm and passion. Like, let's just fucking go for it. He's much more reckless than the Fool. The Fool is on a spiritual journey. This is just hormones, basically, and adrenaline. It's adrenaline. Adrenaline's not a hormone. So ends up kind of that whole story at the beginning, ignoring red flags, following, their passion, we'll put it. And then Two of Swords kind of resets over here to this time, instead the blindfold, she's looking, right? Isn't this the card? Maybe not. I'm thinking of a different, I think I'm thinking of the Light Seers deck. But the way I'm seeing it is in that deck that she is actually, now I have to find it. Talk amongst yourself. Excuse me. Now I've forgotten Two of Swords. What the fuck I'm even... Oh no. It's not even that one. Just a minute. Oh my God, it's the, is it Temperance? What the fuck am I thinking of? I'm just going to get it, so breathe. Oh, you're not a Sagittarian. You're not already getting impatient like I would be if I was watching the video. Where the fuck is it? Oh, I just saw the Lovers and the Two of Cups right next to each other. And the Wheel. It's like taking a gamble on love. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But you're not going to find someone if you don't, I don't know, you don't need to jump blindly in. Again, that's what I'm just going to talk about it, that exact thing. Holy shit, I can't find it. It must be in a different deck. Okay, we're going to let that go. So, anyway, I see like the Page of Wands as a less mature energy, right? So wands, all about passion, inspiration, all what turns you on, basically. The Queen, she's going to approach relationships much differently, right? Because she's been through it. She's been through the Ten of Swords. This is maybe you looking back on past relationships and how you've behaved. And really because at the end here, so we have the Ace of Swords. So she is like, there are some bottom line things. Oh my God. And she's pointing this up to this person who has taken the time to cultivate a relationship. Yeah, okay. So I'm really digging this reading. So you or whatever, there has been a relationship has been so you probably know this person, or maybe you had in the past, but there's a relationship here that's deeper than just, I don't know if you had like an emotional affair, they call it, or it was just someone at work that you were really close to, that you became friends, like you valued each other's opinion, and there was probably true affection, true love, even in a, at a minimum of how you love a dear friend. But one of you, if not both of you, and it's probably that one of you was off being this Page of Wands, going, marrying someone because they were good looking instead of thinking about anything else, or they look good on paper, and not really having that connection that you had with this other person. And you couldn't reconcile it. You couldn't figure it out. And again, whether it was, and now as a mature person, she knows she wants this kind of person, the true connection. And it's kind of funny. It's like almost going this way. So she finally understands the difference between how she acted when she was younger and what's important now. Looking back to relationships, either that's what they want moving forward. It looks like a stereotypical female, so that's why I said that, but don't get hung up on gender. So even, I don't know, even if this person from the past doesn't show up, she recognizes that she has had a taste of the difference between the passion and true connection that will last, that's been cultivated by this Pentacles type energy, Earth energy. And someone all of a sudden reaching out, like I think it's the Queen. And so here's what I think is interesting. We have a Five of Swords, like this goes with this, obviously comes before the Ten of Swords, and it's like someone's halfway in And it's just like, oh my God, this is fucking driving me crazy. And gets out, packs up their shit and goes because they've been through it before and they're like, all right, we're I see this pattern, this, and instead of just being like, this person's an asshole, everyone knows how humans, and I'm talking about all of us, seem to have to sabotage a relationship and let resentment build up. And I don't know. I've done it. We've all done it. Be disrespectful, thinking that you think they're being disrespectful, so you're disrespectful back, and they just think you're being disrespectful. Like, it's crazy. Oh, fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh my God. You recognize it, and in a mature adult way, say, I don't think this is going to work out. I can, and just be super honest. Like, I'm just seeing us heading in a way that because it's like we have to prove that the other person sucks to be able to break up with them, you know, or something. I don't know. Instead of just being mature and like more honest and open about it. So, but there's a choice. We have two of swords right here. And I think the choice is to act like the mature Queen of Swords. So she knows the passion still has to be there. A fire sign, this is representing you, even though you're an air sign, is the passion and the intellectual. There's like it kind of needs to be the whole package, but in a different way, on a different level. Not so much about looks because you're worried about other people, whether other people will think whoever you're with is hot or something. Trust me, looks fade. Is that what Paul Newman always said too? Like, you better have something more basic. I don't know his exact quote or anything, but looks fade, so you better have a connection that's far deeper or beyond looks, beyond superficial measurements of success and societal approval. But she's passionate connection, but also using her head and cutting away. She'll taking that single sword again to a single sword, and just being able to cut off. And again, this doesn't mean you don't want to waste someone else's time if you're not sure on some level either, right? So why is that way? Oh, it isn't. Huh. Anyway, very distracted. So I love though these that came out. How long is this fucker? It was, if you follow a mature way and not continue to entangle yourself in things that on some level is not right, then comes not just the Two of Cups, the emotional connection, but the Lovers. So that's Gemini, fellow air sign, but it's the cardinal air sign. So it's flexibility, it's give and take. But it's a real like combining. The imagery on both these are, they're very both entwined. Their energies almost act, wow, I'm getting out there, as come together. They like the you guys share the same kind of vibration. Like, you needed someone that was more spiritual and has gone to therapy and accept responsibility and things like that, and vice versa. And it's just crazy how much hotter and deeper the connection is, because that has been the number one thing that has been missing, and it's the most important thing. And everything starts going in your favor because you're connecting with people you're supposed to connect with instead of doing what society, allowing what society thinks to dictate your decision. And that's where you have victory, success in that area. But this, again, back to the judgment card at the beginning, that was my elbow. Oh, now I can't do it again. That's hysterical. Sorry, I have a teenage son. So judgment, this deep, profound change and decision within you to move forward and honoring what's most important and letting go of fucking what other people think. Just to leave on a classy note, thank you, Aquarius. Fucking incredible reading. Take care. Bye.